Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Block 54, block 54. You got nothing to run. You got nothing.
One, Omaha.
Check 17. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Snap comes at one. Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go,
so that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Garoppolo. Sliding out of the pocket. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
21. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo gets this one to use check. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
2. 61, matchbox white.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
Let's get it.
Check 56.
On first down, Newton. And down the 49ers get there. Eric Armstead. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Another try after the first down sack. Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They have
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bruce Irvin giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Coleman now. Room past the 20. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 92 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball in that stage from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander, to try again after the sack. Newton under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeForest Buckner, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They will go for it. Now Newton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Right back to Coleman here on first down. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo rolling to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mario Addison picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
And the pressure gets to him again. Bruce Irvin. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Flushed out right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D Ford, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Eluding, and a big loss here as he's taken down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Garoppolo looks to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Push him back. Push him back.
Great, great, great.
Check, Mike. 54. Try.
From the gun, here's Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Throwing again. Newton.
Coming to you.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air again, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Newton. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, here we go. The coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They complete.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's really
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Like 80!
Check, block 54, block 54. Not today, you want
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And now look at him go. 30. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey, 27 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Mario Addison getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here we go,
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Slam, slam, slam. Check 37.
12.
Garoppolo now. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack on first down, Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They have the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Taking a shot for Samuel. It got his man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey!
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On second and 9, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Mike, here we go.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Gun.
From the 50, Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Greg. Hey.
They snap it to Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Escaping the pressure right. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Gerald McCoy able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. Now Garoppolo. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bruce Irvin, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now it's Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. Now Newton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say